Sell on the phone. Proven techniques to close any sale on a cold call. Written by Robert William. Narrated by Joseph Holbrook. Introduction. Selling products can be an exceptionally problematic thing. In addition to the fact that people are extremely hesitant to spend, the market appears to be getting littler and littler. All things considered, it doesn't generally come as a shock. With the economy as feeble as it may be, it's just expected that a lot of firms would always discover approaches to expand their business volume. Probably, the ideal approach to do that is through cold calling. This attempted and tried strategy has been trusted by ages of businesses, and it has never bombed them over the span of their work. However, this sort of work can be extremely entangled. That is the reason many firms have begun to contract proficient telemarketers to carry out the responsibility. They're the best individuals for this sort of work, and they generally convey well. Teleselling has consistently been around since the start of the phone. We could maybe follow this history to the primary storekeeper who calls his neighbors to state that he has a new product at a bargain and that they may be intrigued to purchase. From this straightforward start, teleselling has developed into a full-time calling that contracts a huge number of individuals. It's an extraordinary activity with a lot of remunerations for the fruitful deal. There's no uncertainty that numerous organizations welcome the convenience and adaptability that teleselling brings to their business. All things considered, it is difficult to make the correct calls to the individuals. In addition, there's a distinction between offering up close and personal and selling on the telephone. These two exercises mean to build deals. However, the manner in which each is done is not quite the same as the other. It's a good idea to give the experts a chance to carry out that duty, which is what the professional telemarketers are for. Obviously, there are a lot of cold calling services that offer you the best execution at sensible cost. You may be keen on enlisting your own group to carry out the responsibility. While that in itself is certainly not an ill-conceived notion, there are a few things that make reappropriating the teleselling work a greatly improved alternative. To start with, you don't need to stress over hardware since the outsourcers have their own offices. Second, the telemarketers from these organizations are very much prepared and are the most equipped for taking care of this sort of work. Furthermore, finally, it's less expensive to redistribute the work as opposed to paying pay and different advantages. As a side note, you can utilize proficient telemarketers as every now and again as the circumstance requests. However, in the event that there is no requirement for it, at that point you can orchestrate present moment or long-haul contracts with the telemarketing organization. This additional adaptability makes it very alluring to various firms. In spite of what intellectuals state against teleselling, the reality remains that businesses still use it. It's been depended on for a long time, and the nature of the administration they convey has not changed by any means. Indeed, that is, we avoid that uncommon instance of a corrupt telemarketer. Extremely, these characters give proficient telemarketers an awful name. It's only something worth being thankful for that the legislature and telemarketing affiliations have increased their determination to dispose of these deceptive telemarketers. Cold calling services may in any case radiate a quality of cynicism. However, things are showing signs of improvement now. We may at long last observe the day when teleselling gets back the great notoriety it once had. It might seem like a difficult task, however, it will occur, no uncertainty. This makes cold calling services significantly increasingly appealing to firms. Who knows what you can profit by utilizing this administration? Anyway, what is for sure is that your deals will shoot the rood the minute teleselling is utilized in your business. Feel free to try this out. What is cold calling? Younger age
Sample complete. Ready to continue?